Hey, I'm Veronica. Today's video is actually a success story sent in by one of my viewers. I'm really excited to share it with you today. I love to be able to share success stories because it encourages other people. And this viewer wants to remain anonymous, but I really appreciate her submitting this and sharing her story. Success stories are great because they make us happy. We can cheer on the other person and we can get excited for their success, and they can give us hope and inspiration that we can do the same. So to tell you a little bit about her, she was in a relationship with her boyfriend for about a year. She said that she actually got a lot of happiness from him, like all of her happiness was coming from him. So in retrospect, she realized that this was not the most healthy way to be a codependent relationship. And during this time, she was experiencing a lot of depression and having some doubts about the relationship in general and some of the mistakes that he had made in the past. So she decided to break up with him. And she said immediately she regretted it. She said he kept contacting her and they were considering getting back together, and she was absolutely certain that he was going to take her back. But when she asked him to give her a second chance, he actually said no, that he didn't think it was a good idea at all because he did not want her to hurt him again. She said he was really afraid that she would just end up breaking up with him again. She was heartbroken and crying all the time and just begging for him to take her back. She said he was kind during this process, but still declined. And she said in retrospect, she can see how this was a turnoff for him because it gave him all of the power and it left her very hopeless and vulnerable. And she said that in her quest of trying to repair this relationship, she actually tried to prove her devotion to him. And this didn't work either. She said he kept saying that he needed time and space, and nothing she was doing was working. So she was begging, pleading, asking for forgiveness, trying to prove forgiveness, that things were going to be different this time. He just kept saying no. You can imagine how upset she was and how much she regretted originally breaking up with him. And she said after about a month of that, she actually came across my videos. And immediately she realized she actually was spiritually broken. And she started to read some books to get stronger emotionally and spiritually. And she said she listened to the advice in the videos and started to focus on other goals, her life, dreams, her friends and family. She started being happy again. For herself this time, not just because he was in her life. She said she started going on walks and being at one with nature. And she said during this time she completely stopped reaching out. She even deleted his number. And then he started to get curious as to why she was no longer contacting him. She said she started imagining getting texts from him and imagining them eating together at a restaurant like they used to. She imagined them laughing together and just having a good time. She said that after 3 weeks of silence, yes, 3 weeks, he actually texted her. She texted back that she did care about him, but that she felt that it wasn't good for her to be in contact with him for a while, and she said that he understood. And then he texted her to meet up for dinner. She said she was in so much shock, she actually pinched herself. And they ended up going out to dinner and having so much fun and laughing. She said that she's so grateful for this experience of reconnecting with him and that the future is going to be magical and wonderful. And she said that focusing on loving herself really helped to attract good things in her life, and she's so grateful for this journey and to reach this point. She said thank you to me for my videos, and she said some other nice things about me too, which is so kind. So happy to share this with everyone, and I'm so grateful to be able to share this. If you do have a success story, I'm happy to share it. I'm happy to keep your name absolutely anonymous, but it's so great to be able to share these things because in hearing someone else's journey, you can better understand that even hopeless situations can get back together. Because if you remember, she was begging and pleading and getting absolutely nowhere. Like, that wasn't working at all. And once she stopped all of that and reclaimed her ability to live life, that's when it all changed for the better. And it's amazing. I mean, he invited her to dinner just like she was imagining, and it happened. And it can happen. And I think the reason why it worked for her so quickly, she completely focused on herself. She even deleted his number. And I think that the fact that she was so devoted to enjoying life again, to hanging out with family and friends, and to doing things that made her feel peaceful, like hanging out in nature and things like that, she was able to release all of that resistance and allow it to come through super quick. I think that's what happened for her within 3 weeks. It can happen for you in that amount of time too. It's just a matter of how fast you can get in touch with that letting go. It wasn't that she no longer wanted him or no longer wanted to reconcile with him. It was just that she had let go of all of that strain, like when she'd been begging and pleading. That was extremely filled with strain, and she just let all of that go, and look at what happened. So again, thank you to the wonderful viewer that let me share this. I wish you and your boyfriend all the happiness in the world. And I am Veronica. Feel free to email me at veronicaisles@gmail.com. My website is veronicaisles.com. I do offer one-on-one coaching. Do have a wonderful forum where you can see daily messages from me and get free support. veronicaloa.boardhost.com. I also have 5 ebooks available on Amazon. So I hope you have a lovely day. I hope this could help inspire you.